What up, y'all? It's Anderson here again, back at you again with another React video. And as always, I'm here with just one of the three TGB boys. So if you like what you see this coming up, you can always hit that like button and hit subscribe if you want to. Maybe punch that notification bell if you want to keep up to date on what we're doing in our daily shenanigans. But as always, you don't have to. I'm not your mother, so choose your own decisions. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get right into the new video. All right, everybody. So here we are today with a new video that I'm reacting to with cheap and healthy meals that even a college student can make. And I, as a college student, really wanted to check this out because, well, as a previous college student, want to check this out because I can definitely tell you that the meals I made in college that were healthy were few and far in between, especially in the starting out years of me going, because either then it was like pinching off my friends of their meal passes or meal swipes or whatever they were called back then, which I think they were meal swipes, or just getting a quick unhealthy thing from the vending machine, or surviving off of coffee, or I'm not proud to admit this, alcohol, cigarettes, or anything like that, or weed. Basically just surviving, trying to get to the next class and get to the next job, because like I said before, I've had like I've always had like 2, 3 jobs through college until the very end of my 5th year in college, where I got my job that I'm currently at now. So I kind of want to see what he goes with here, because I can definitely tell you that ramen and tuna packs and tuna cans and soup cans were definitely major staples of my diet. I've rarely had healthy food. Surprised my body actually survived that. But anyway, let's jump into this.
Look, I get it. Everybody wants to start cooking at home more. And when it comes to a weeknight, you want it to be fast as fuck. Your message has been heard, but yet again, we're gonna need to do some field research for this one. Anyway, let's go.
So if we're gonna be doing a video on like easy meals, right? I already have too many tools. I need to see something bare bones. What kind of a person would have such a bare bones kitchen that doesn't cook? And the answer is college people.
Yep.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Introduce yourself, don't be shy.
I'm Kevin.
Yeah, let's get
I mean,
What is that? La Fonda?
yep.
La Fonda, that's our
I still
oven.
have that even in my own
Cardboard.
house,
Can you
just
close up on
the
this?
fucking liquor bottles
So this
of
is
like.
an
It's
electrical
very
unit
special
that,
liquor I drink in.
do you usually just leave this here? What do you guys usually make on a day-to-day? Because I need to get some ideas rolling.
When we go to the store, we usually go straight to the frozen section. We get chicken.
Okay, so I'm going to say this right now. Yeah, the fire hazard on the grill or stovetop. I've seen multiple college houses, because I've been to friends' parties and everything like that. They have that on there. Yeah, big fire hazard. So if you can, please don't do that. The bottles up top with the liquor and the beer. Yeah, I even have that still now today, but it's more of like the fancy liquors that I've drinking over the years and stuff like that, like Lagavulin for any of you Parks and Recs fans out there. I have that up on my counter. Is it counter or cabinet tops? But yeah, I still have that, but I had that all throughout college. So yeah, I completely understand that. The random wine bottle just back there. Yeah, that looks like wine. And then random cups and the apples just hanging out. Yep. And then the panini grill or the Foreman grill.
I burned my foot very badly on my Foreman grill.
I don't know which one it is, but yeah, had that as well. Fortunately, mine broke during college, like right at the end of it, and I was really sad because that thing got me through some tough times. Also made some pretty banging burgers, I'm not gonna lie.
Sandwiches, chicken tenders, some French toast sticks.
Yeah, when I was in college, I went straight to the frozen section and
Steal the Declaration.
free-dried food and
So
stuff
how
like
is
that.
this? How do you organize this usually?
Oh, we don't.
Okay.
The French toast stick. Really easy.
I want to go back to that because that is big old facts. Yeah, you got the chicken spring rolls, you got the ice cream right there, you got, looks like some pre-made beef patties, I think. You got the Tyson all in the place. You got the French toast on the bottom. You got them even in the ice tray and stuff like that. Yeah, that's common because when I was in college, even though I've been packing out groceries and stuff all my life with my parents bringing them home when they could, when I got to college, I would just stuff stuff in there, make it fit, and be like, all right, I'll deal with it when I come back to like actually grab something. And I never fixed it. I was a lazy piece of shit because I was also, like I said, working 2, 3 jobs in engineering school, and was also had to deal with regular life and everything and paying bills and stuff like that. So I never had time. To give you a glimpse, I was lucky to get like 4 or 3 hours of sleep a night, if that. Like I think 5 was my maximum during my freshman to 4th junior year. What 4th junior year? Jesus. 2nd junior year, because I did freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. That's how I graduated.
Is this usually?
Oh, we don't.
Okay.
The French toast stick. Really easy. You just pop open the bag, grab 2 of them.
We're actually gonna end the video right after this. This is perfect. Can we look in here? Is that
Yeah.
allowed?
Yeah.
Is this allowed? Yeah. Cool. Oh, the light isn't even on. Right, that doesn't help much.
Just in case you were.
That does not help.
Hey, Tony's.
French toast sticks. Guys.
I got
Are
the
those
French
done?
I'll go back. I
No,
want
it
to
is
see.
not helpful.
No. I want to see. We got Tony's. We got steak seasoning, which the only steak seasoning I believe in is garlic powder, salt, and pepper. But back in college, I did cheap out and just go with the Jack Daniel's seasoning, which is kind of good, but not the same as just doing it by yourself. I don't even know what that is. Tabasco, and I'm pretty sure that's probably either garlic powder or onion powder. Goldfish, sugar. He has the goldfish and the sugar and the spices on the same thing. See, okay, I was a little bit more cultured when I was in college.
おや、気づきましたか。陸殿も好き者にござるな。
I kept the spices in a whole cabinet to themselves, which I still do. And then like sugar, flour, yeast, anything like that, or tea, coffee, and all that stuff would be kept in another cabinet, or at least, yeah, it would be kept in another cabinet. And then I would have all the snacks and stuff and the pre-dried foods and like ramen and everything like that, and popcorn, and then canned foods and everything like that. I would keep that in the pantry. Oil and stuff like that, along with like vinegar and like Worcestershire sauce and like soy sauce and all the sauces and stuff that I use, they would be kept in like right above either the small cabinet you have right above the sink, or the small cabinet you have right above the stove.
In case you were.
That does not help. That does not help much at all. French toast sticks. Guys.
I got
Are
the
those done?
French toast sticks. They are done. Do you want one?
I'm surprised I didn't see rice.
Wow, it has a really nice tear. They're not
rice right
bad. Okay. Well, you have.
Because I can tell you right now, my main staple, even now, is like I have big old 10-gallon bag of rice. And even in college, I had like a 5-gallon or 2-gallon bag because, I mean, I was in college. So I didn't have as much money as I do now, or even like as much spending room. PBRs, yeah, that was definitely a staple in my fridge. Good time. Never Nesquik. Red Diamond, sweet tea. Okay, cultured man. Whole milk. I never got the gallon. After I moved out from my parents, I was just, because my parents, 2 fully grown adults, and then me and my sister. So I never had like a gallon. Once I moved out, I always had like a half gallon or even a little bit less. But I did like to get the custom milk that was like cappuccino flavored. Oh, that shit is so good. Sweet tea. I make my own sweet tea. I'm from the South. Thank you very much.
Some fresh food in here. I'm actually shocked. You have fresh grapes.
Oh yeah.
Deep Eddy vodka and Nesquik. That would be course number 1.
Not sure why there's a knife in
That
there.
should not be. And notice how
I have that exact same drawer now. All my big utensils and stuff like that into that drawer. Graters, everything like that, measuring cups, into that drawer. The other drawer that I have is all my utensils with a nice little neat tray. There's like forks, spoons, knives, teaspoons, and like can openers and stuff like that, and my big old fancy knife, which I will have to show y'all one of these days.
it's facing up.
Yeah.
So,
not my doing.
Don't just a quick tip. Measuring cups, that's good. There
I
is
try to keep
ranch in there.
I try to keep guards on my knife.
This is-
Oh no, sauces
sorry,
like
sriracha, okay.
No. Sauces like that you get from restaurants and stuff like that, they are so precious in college. I do not put them at room temperature. I keep them in the fridge. I want them to last as long as possible. And yes, I do sniff my stuff before I actually use it to eat or cook with, as anyone should.
It's still in the door. A little bit of flour.
Hopefully.
Oh.
And-
So basic pots, basic pans, no more, no less. I'm not going to include the wok because I'm just going to assume people don't have a wok. I feel like we're good. Yeah. I appreciate
Yeah,
you
it's a
letting
safe
me come in
assumption.
and,
Woks
and
are
have
pretty
a place,
expensive
and
if you want a
we'll
good
make my
one.
exit and maybe just put that in a better spot. Let's go. We're going to go. All right. Thank you so much.
Nothing better than going into an innocent person's home, razzing them because of the way that they organize their kitchen. Nothing better than that. Am I right, folks? Based off of what they had, that's basically the parameters that I'm going to
let's go
work with to
back. I
develop
want to
these
see.
recipes. So,
I'm
with
sorry,
all
this
that
is taking so long.
razzing them because of the way that they organize their kitchen. Nothing better than that. Am I right, folks? Based off.
Okay, we got brownie mix. Don't know what that is. Shopping bags. I do have that, but I have that in a separate place. Looks like a whey powder, super weight. Yeah, that looks like a whey powder or something like that. Of course, the ramen. Still surprised to see no rice. That was a main staple of mine because I, like any smart, sane person, have a rice cooker. I bought one personally. I budgeted out for it because I was like, I need a rice cooker because I suck at making rice over a saucepan. I can do it, but I don't want to. I'd rather just a rice cooker do it, be off to the side, take 20 minutes, cook it up right while I do everything else that needs cooking.
Off of what they had, that's basically the parameters that I'm going to work with to develop these recipes. So, with all that said, let's do this, shall we?
Okay, so the first one is going to be breakfast. This is essentially a leftovers frittata. So you're going to need 1 dozen eggs, yes, a whole thing, half a cup or 120 milliliters of whole milk, salt and pepper to taste, give it a little whisk, and then in a 10-inch nonstick pan, you're going to add 2 tablespoons or 24 grams of unsalted butter, bring that up over medium heat until it's melty and boobly, pour in your eggs, and then begin stirring and cooking. Now, once they begin to pull from the bottom, you're going to add 1 cup or 120 grams of grated cheese. I did a couple different ones, manchego, cheddar, you name. About a cup, and about a cup of cooked vegetables of your choice. Got a mix of spinach and broccoli, you do whatever you want. Mix until evenly distributed, and then place it into an oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes, or until it looks like this. Look at that. This is a thick frittata. Now just let that cool to room temperature, or you can serve hot. It's up to you.
You do serve food like that to people? Do you really think that I'm doing this in a serious way? The answer's no.
Now here's a little price breakdown for you. What's the total cost?
Okay, let's look at this. Eggs, $4. Yeah, that's still accurate to today. Milk, I don't know where he's getting milk for $1, but it's usually 2 or 3 where I'm at. Vegetables, $4. Yeah, it depends on the vegetables, so I'll give that some buffer room. Cheese, $2.75. If you buy it in a package, yeah, like taco cheese mix. But if you're buying like fresh cheese and stuff that I'm assuming he used to make this, no, it's going to be about $10, $12 for cheese. Butter, 50 cents. Yeah, if you buy a stick by itself, but I don't know any place that sells that around me locally. So usually when I was in college and even now, I just buy butter by the tub and measure it out myself. So it'd usually be about $3, $4. But even then, it'll last for a long fucking time. So you're still breaking out pretty well. But for a college student, yeah, I'd say, because he has this coming out to about like $10, I'd give it a little room of $20. But the ingredients are going to last a lot longer. And you'll be able to use it over and over again. So usability over like a frugality, I would say. But yeah, I'd say this is pretty good. This would be good for a college student, and it would impress their roommates and any potential SOs and stuff they come across that, yeah, they can cook and they don't have to break the bank to do it, which is very important.
At $12.50, so that means that each serving is like $1.50. It's a good deal. You can serve it room temp, you can serve it hot, you can serve it cold, just whatever floats your boat. There's nothing.
All right,
there's no wrong way to serve it,
bit.
really. Serve it with maybe some
this.
avocado or some toast. Just go to town. This keeps really well in the fridge too. Toss this into a baggie or whatever storage container into your fridge and have ultra easy breakfast. Just make some toast, microwave one of these, and you're good to go.
Okay, so whoa, get out of here. Extremely easy to make. Bag, take it with you to work. You see what I'm saying? This goes everywhere. This can go everywhere. Whoa, well, not off the plate though.
Next up is the meal that I skip 8 times out of 10, lunch. And these are pretty much all the ingredients you're gonna need aside from some basics.
Yeah, I usually skip
In a medium-sized pot, squeeze out a 12-ounce sausage link of chorizo. Yeah, you like that? Yeah. into the pot. Begin cooking that over medium heat until all the pork is cooked and you start to get some browning. Then you're gonna add 3/4 of a teaspoon or 2 grams of red pepper spicy boys, and 4 cloves of sliced garlic. Give that a little stir and continue cooking until fragrant. Then add half a cup or 120 milliliters of filtered water. Cook that down a little bit until it starts to look a little bit homogeneous. Then add a 17.6 ounce or 500 gram carton of crushed tomatoes. Season that with a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Give it a little stirry stir and let that simmer for 10 minutes. Oh, and optionally during that simmering process, you could totally add a sprig of thyme or whatever herb you like. Okay, so once that's simmered, French people are having an aneurysm right now. You're gonna add 3 cups or 75 grams of baby spinach. Just let that sit in there until it wilts, followed by 2 cans of white navy beans. And then you're just gonna let that sit in there until everything's nice and heated through, and that's it. That's the beans, bro. Before the English people lose their mind. This is basically a beans on toast, but not like English beans on toast. It's just literally beans on toast. Just get a good piece of bread that you like. You can use regular toast, a French baguette like this. Just toast it nicely, hit it with a little bit of butter, and then pour this stuff on top. I also added a little bit of Parmesan Reggiano and parsley, but that's totally
that looks
optional.
damn good.
It's delicious.
A little fancy.
Okay, so here's a rough price breakdown. We got the total cost without bread, $10.55. With bread, it's about $50.
Okay, so yeah, I agree with this. This would be good for a college student, but this would definitely be one of those ones you make on Saturday or Sunday, big batch, and then you store the pot with the stuff in it. And then when you want some food, you just do the bread yourself, toast it or whatever in a toaster and anything like that, which tips to all you college students out there. Toaster, very good investment. Do that first off. Do a toaster and a Foreman grill. I would say that those two are very good investments. And if you can, after a little while, maybe into your next year or during the summer, get a toaster oven. Really good investments. They make food fast and they make food quick and they make food good. But yeah, this is definitely pretty good.
$2. Total cost per serving is about $2.50 with bread. It's pretty dang good.
For the English people who are watching, I apologize.
A little Italian, some sort of, it's good.
I could charge $14 for this if I wanted to. West of One Industries.
He's not
I have a
wrong.
whole hell of a lot left. It doesn't have to go on this, it can go on rice. You make it, you package it up and just...
Oh yeah, you could definitely do the jambalaya option and put it over rice.
Damn, boy, he's
Now for dinner, we're gonna be
He's
doing
thick,
pasta
boy.
aglio e olio. Did I do that right? I hope so. Now you can eat it straight up as is, but I also cooked off some chicken breast and roasted some vegetables, which brings me to another point. If you take a boatload of vegetables like this broccoli or these carrots, toss them with a little bit of oil, some salt, pepper, you can also put spices on them, and you place them in an oven and set to about 425 Fahrenheit, just until they get a little charry, a little soft, kind of like this.
I didn't
Then
do
you
this
can just
until I was
make
out
a
of
bunch
college.
at a time,
I did
store
not
them in
have
the
time to
fridge,
do
and then
this.
You've got loads of vegetables to use and other things, but I'm off my soapbox with that. Okay, so before we make our pasta, let's prepare our chicken boobies. I used bone and skin on split chicken breasts. You can do 5, you can do 10. I just did 2 here. Now I did this in a stainless steel pan where I kind of like filled the bottom with herbs and lemon and all that stuff. But you can also just do it plain on a baking sheet if you have a bunch of them. There's no problem with that. Just drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil, rub them down, season them heavily with salt and pepper, and then place them in an oven set to 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 35 minutes, or until the skin is nice and crispy golden brown and the interior registers the appropriate temperature for chicken, which is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I usually pull them about 5 degrees early. To make the pasta, bring a medium-sized pot filled about 3/4 of the way up with water to a
Thank
boil,
God he
season
salted the
heavily with salt. Like, I want this bit salty. Once it comes to a boil, you're gonna add 1 pound of spaghetti to it. Cook that until al dente. Make sure to reserve about half a cup of the pasta water. And then, well, drain your pasta. Yeah, we know how to do that. Now, a separate pan, you're gonna add a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Bring it up to heat just until it's hot. Don't get it smoky, just until it's super hot. Then turn the heat off and add 4 cloves of finely chopped garlic, along with half a teaspoon or 1 gram of crushed red pepper flakes. Swirl it around, let it get nice and fragrant. Then add your pasta to this pan, toss very well to coat. Adding your pasta water, then toss, make sure to make a humongous mess. I never get the right size pan for this for some reason. Then adjust the salt levels and add a 1/4 cup or 10 grams of finely chopped parsley. Toss that together. That is the easiest pasta of all time, and it's so cheap to make. Just serve that onto a plate with your chicken and your roasted vegetables. You get it, you know? And also, you could just have the pasta by itself. It's incredible
Yeah,
by itself.
solid
Okay, so
and
here's
healthy.
a little price breakdown. With all this put together, we got a total cost of about $16 per serving. For about 3 people is about $5.25. Not too shabby. Okay, so it's time for bonus round, which is
Okay, we're not gonna get into. I'll get into this in a second, but the other one, the chicken with the pasta and stuff like that, yeah, solid. Also good tip for all you college people out there. Also a good one for date night, or if you able to swing her coming over to your place because it's college, anything happens. Yeah, perfect idea, and it's cheap, easy to make. The chicken, yeah, that's about accurately priced. The parsley, and that depends on where you are. If you're inland or you're at the coast, or if you're actually near a place that does their own parsley and stuff like that. Just depends. Ooh, ramen, and good ramen too. So we'll see how this, because tips for all you out there, most of the meat and ramen, like well-made ramen, takes a while.
Basically just going to be an instant ramen remake, since we're on the subject of college students a little bit. Start off by cutting some nori into strips, thinly slice some green onions, cut up some protein that you might already have pre-prepped, whatever meat, doesn't matter. If you're making some sort of a miso instant ramen, then I would really recommend that you cut up some corn. You can leave it raw, you can grill it, you can char it, or honestly, I think it's great raw. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, ew, gross. It's really common, all right? So once you got all that gathered up, let's make some soft-boiled eggs. However many you want, just bring a small pot of water to a boil, gently submerge your eggs, and let them cook for about 7 minutes. Then immediately cool them down in an ice bath until they're warm, about a couple minutes, and then gently peel them, and look at that. You've got a beautiful soft-boiled egg. Now, for the meat, you can heat it however you want. I had some leftover pork chop that I cut up. I crisped it up in a pan. I added a couple tablespoons of mirin, a couple tablespoons of sake, and a couple tablespoons of dark soy sauce, and let that reduce.
We're doing it the fast way
to coat. Now we're ready. You just need to choose a ramen that you want. Now I've got all these different choices here. I decided to go with this Nissan miso ramen. It looked pretty good. So yeah, just prepare it according to packaging instructions. Get it in your bowl and top it with all of your beautiful toppings. We got that green onion, you got that soft-boiled egg, we got that crispy but glazed meat.
Fast one, but it'll also
like
fill you up.
Bowl of ramen. And if it's good instant ramen, honestly, it's pretty close. Now, obviously, nothing will ever substitute, but yeah.
Gotta say, this ramen really looks like, well, ramen. Let us embark. I haven't had instant ramen in like 6 or 7 years, so.
I still have it to this day.
Really good.
It's quick and easy.
This is just a spicy meatball. I mean, the sodium sweats. It's actually got some like sustenance to it. It's not just like noodles and salty broth that isn't really even broth.
But do you want to know what isn't noodles and salty broth? B-roll.
Some good old B-roll.
Alright guys, and that is it. So, easier, healthier-ish meals. Obviously,
Yeah, compared to college students, I would say ish is, yeah, being generous. Yeah, that's definitely healthier than what I've done in college. But yeah, guys, I'm thinking I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you to Joshua Weissman for this video. Really good. I advise all college students to learn from this one, and actually, maybe if you want to even take some of my advice and stuff that I gave throughout it. Yeah, it's really good. I wish this was out when I was in college, because I definitely would have taken some tips from this and tried it out and probably realized, holy crap, I could cook a lot better and a lot healthier than what I'm doing now, just eating ramen or eating stuff out of can raw or whatever. Yes, I've done that. Times were tough. But I do agree that this is pretty informative and everything like that, and I like it. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna say that's it. And then I'm out. I will see you in the next video. Peace.